What's up, everybody? How's it going? Let's see if I can move this over. All right, guys, it's Wednesday morning. Haven't started my job yet, so you guess that means we're going to chat. Let's see what we got going on today. Got my coffee, number one. That's the way to start. Coffee with Coach. Let's see. What could possibly be happening today that I want to talk to you guys about? Sunny outside. It's really warm. It's been a great winter. Let's see. Oh, I had a great night's sleep. I started a new weight training program this week that is kicking my butt. Got a bunch of guys who joined in, signed up. We're kind of beta testing a strength program that I put together specifically to focus on some aspects of making strength training a little bit less complicated, simple workouts, effective, time efficient, try to get things done. So been doing that this week. Feel really good, feel strong. Some of my strength numbers, like my 1 rep maxes, things like that, have gone down a little bit, which isn't super surprising because the past year almost, I've been focused primarily just on building muscle. I haven't been working on max strength work, powerlifting type things. So my muscular endurance has gone up. My muscular strength has gone a little down. Not a lot, just a little bit. So just got to build that back up again. Thank you, Ramon. I appreciate that. Nice to have you. So working on that stuff. Today, I suddenly just remember what it was that's happening today. Today, Antithetic, Baltimore, the first ever major keto conference, health and fitness keto-based conference in the Mid-Atlantic. Registration opens today. Early bird registration opens today. $25 off general admission. If you sign up now, you can get your early bird tickets to go to the biggest currently and going to get bigger conference on the East Coast. We have a day and a half. We're going to start on, I think it's July 14th, July 15th is when the conference happens. We start in the afternoon on the 14th. We kick off the evening with Maria Emmerich speaking. And then Saturday, the next day, July 15th, we have Dr. Stephen Hussey. We have Jocelyn Riley, who is a CrossFit gym owner in Canada. We have Kim Howerton. We have Amy Berger. We have my mom. If any of you have wanted to meet my mom, this is your chance, okay? If you don't know anything about my mom just turned 69. She's been carnivore for almost 4 years. She is a CrossFitter. She loves working out. She has been on a bunch of my videos. We've done interviews together, things like that on other people's podcasts. She is a blast, and her story is fantastic. She reversed sarcopenia. She's gained bone density. She's increased muscle mass. She's done a bunch of great stuff using ketogenic lifestyle strength training, right? So I highly recommend, if you haven't heard her, go check out my YouTube channel and just look for, I think in my interviews playlist, I've got her set up. I've got a couple interviews with her in there, but she's going to be talking. She's going to be speaking at the conference in July that you need to be at. Okay. And we've got Joe and Rachel, two crazy ketos, are going to be there. I think they're going to be emceeing for us. And we got Dr. Barry. And I hope I didn't forget anybody. I don't think I forgot anybody. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do things a little bit differently than a lot of conferences. One of the biggest things that we're doing, two things, we're talking with all the speakers. I want every speaker. A lot of conferences you go to, and you get a lot of information, and you have to go back for like a week or 2 weeks afterwards and look at your notes and take all the information in. Okay, what does this actually mean? What I'm going to be asking all the speakers to do this time is we want the speakers to not just give you information, but I want them to give you at least one thing from every talk. One thing from every talk, okay, that you guys can go home and start doing. Something that you can take home and do something with. Actionable things from the talk. Because information is great. being able to do something with that information is even better. And if we can give you that thing to do right up front, then it makes your ability to implement things in your real life easier, faster, and you can see more progress. Okay. So that's one thing. We don't want to just give you information. Yes, we want to give you information. I just realized I'm only talking to Instagram. I'm talking to you guys on YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter as well. Okay. We want to make sure you guys get information, but we also want to make sure that you can do something with it. So that's one of the big things that we're doing a little different. Okay. The second thing, you're going to get a conference booklet, right? Normally a conference booklet handout has the schedule and, information about the hotel and all, and, who's speaking and things like that. Our booklet is going to be a workbook. We want you to be able to take notes, and with the things that the speakers are going to be giving you to do, we want there to be stuff specifically for those talks and those things that you can do. So there may be worksheets. We haven't got all the details, but we want to have maybe some worksheets, maybe some exercises, some things that you can have and check off. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, like almost like a journal of things to do that you can take home with you and use. Okay. Some things in there maybe to help you identify your why. Maybe take some notes and talk about this information is great. Here's what I'm going to do with it. Okay. So we want you to have something that you can use as a tool when you get home that's going to help you retain all the information and then have a better plan about how to use the information in your life. Okay. So that's a couple of things we're doing different. We're working on sponsors right now. We got a couple of great sponsors right now. Keto Brick has said that they're going to sponsor us. So they're going to have some stuff there. We may do something special with them. So it's going to be fantastic, guys. Early bird registration is open today. As soon as I get off of this call, I'm going to go to the website and I'm going to turn it on. You know what? I should probably start that process now, because I probably should have started that before I even started this chat, right? I don't even know what I'm thinking sometimes. I'm going to open it up and we're going to talk, and I'm going to do this while we're talking. We are staying. There's a hotel. The hotel stuff will be on the site as well. I think it's like $190 per night for the hotel, which is actually cheap for this area. Sorry, that's what it is. But we have rooms, and we'll be setting up information about how to actually book the rooms in a few weeks. So that's not available yet. That's not out there, but just so you know, that's what it's going to be. A Place to Nourish. How you doing? Good morning to you as well. All right, let me get this back. I just opened up a browser and all my whole desktop got whacked out. What's up, Linda? Brick Farmer. That's an interesting way to say Brick Farmer. I like that. Good morning to you as well. It's interesting. The internet is interesting. Random people that I don't know are requesting to be part of my live. Sorry, I don't know you, but that's okay. Maybe you hit the button by accident. In case, thanks for the offer, but I'm good today. All right, so that's what's what's going on, guys, as far as what's happening today. Like I said, I am going in right now to the website to enable I'm going to swap out. Here we go. You ready for this? If you're on the web page, it's going to change on you. I'm going to swap out the sign up for notifications option, which if you did sign up for notifications, then you would know that you got an email yesterday with early access. All right, we're going to click on hide that button, and we are now enabling the registration button, and we are live. If you go to antithetic-conference.com, okay, then you can sign up for the conference. All right. The workshop is like, that's the website for the workshop, guys. Antithetic-conference.com. It is, and let's do a little background on Antithetic. Antithetic is a couple of different things. One, it's my clothing brand. If you didn't know that, I do have a clothing brand called Antithetic. And the idea of Antithetic is going against common knowledge. It's heresy. It's the idea of Everyone's doing this, I'm going to do that. Because that's what we're doing in this space. Being ketogenic, being a carnivore, doing things that improve our physical activity is antithetic to the current population. 70% of the world is overweight. 40% of the US, let's talk about the US, 40% plus, over 40% at this point, of the US is obese. By you working to improve your life, improve your health, improve your metabolic function, lose weight, build muscle, do more, live more, have more energy, get rid of chronic aches and pains, get rid of disease, you are in like the top 5%, in many cases higher than that percentage of people in the world who are doing things actively to improve their life. That means you are antithetical. You are being different than everybody else. You are in a small elite group of people who are making differences and changing the world. Okay. That's what this conference is about, being different. I want to embrace being different. Let's embrace being different. Okay. It's okay to be different. It's cool to be different. We are in the cool club because you know what? We know what we know because we've been there, we've done it. I was thinking about this the other day. I was arguing, having a discussion with someone on social media the other day, and I'm just opening up one more button. And it occurred to me afterwards, I'm thinking about this. I don't know if anybody, and I don't know about you guys, you tell me, does anybody have really good thinking time in the bathroom? I'm not in the bathroom as long as I used to be, so I don't have as much time to think, but it used to be really good thinking time for me. But anyways, I was in the bathroom and this occurred to me. Arguing with somebody, having a discussion with somebody in the nutrition space about the benefits of keto and how we don't need carbs doesn't mean we can't have them. We don't need them. And in many cases, carbs and plant-based foods cause more harm than they're worth. Having that conversation with somebody who doesn't have all the information that you have is really hard. Okay. Hey, Linda, it's antithetic-conference.com. You know what? I'll put it in the notes here real quick. At least on here. There we go. I linked it for those of you on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. I just put the link in the comments. For you guys on Instagram, I'll put it in the description when I post it on my channel. Yeah. So think about this. You're arguing with somebody. You're having a discussion with somebody about keto, about fitness, about anything. It could be about my coffee. I've had this coffee. They've never had this coffee. If I tell them that this coffee has benefits or smell or flavor or something that's different or better than another coffee that I've also had, the conversation cannot be equal if they've had that coffee, but they've never had this coffee, because they're trying to comment on something they don't know. Right? Andrea, you know you've been in the bathroom and had some of the best ideas of your life. You know it. You know it. So when we're talking about, and this is where the challenge, when we talk about how awesome keto is with people, which we know we love to do because it's amazing, it's really hard to DJ Beanstalk Design. If you wouldn't mind, if you have that, could you copy that in the comments so people watching now could get it if you found the conference info? It's hard to have that conversation, so don't waste your time. I think I've decided that from this point on, anybody that wants to argue with me on nutrition or fitness concepts, I'm just going to send them to a location with a bunch of information. I got something in my eye, and say, read everything here because I have. When you're done reading everything here, come back to me and let's have a conversation and see where you're at. Because other than, why waste the time? They're operating off of one set of information. You're operating off of two sets of information, right? Anybody that comes to me and says keto is bad, it's not good for you, it doesn't make sense, there's no need to restrict a whole macronutrient, whatever, okay, and calories matter and all these different things, I can tell them, no, I used to think that way. I'm not coming to keto from a vacuum. I'm coming to keto from being in the previous space that you are currently in. And then I changed my mind. It's a very different conversation. You're talking from one area. You haven't looked at the information to know if you should change your mind or not. Okay. So until you do that research and you learn that information, you do some studying on your own, we can't have a conversation. If you look at that information, and this is the cool part, this is where you also know if someone is actually interested in improving and learning and growing. If someone looks at all that information and then comes back and says, I still think what I think, now you can have a conversation because now you're comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges. So something to think about. Don't stress. Don't waste a whole bunch of time arguing with somebody until they look at the info. All right. And guess what? I'm working on a project. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but this kind of segued into this. I'm working on a project. Okay. Yes, DJ Beanstalk Design. Thank you very much. That's the root domain. My root domain is apxts.com. So you can go to apxts.com/conference and you'll get the conference info. If you want to just remember, antithetic-conference.com is the domain for the actual conference. So they both go to the same place. So that's awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Facebook user. I really wish Facebook would tell me who this is. So Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but thanks for talking. They don't know what to, they don't believe what you say, right? And they may not believe it. Yeah. Even when you're talking from your own experience, sometimes people just, well, that's you. You're special. You're different. I'm not that way. What's up, Joy? It's not going to be the same for me because I'm different. We can talk about, you all know how I feel about that whole I'm different thing. We're all freaking humans. We all work the same way in general. Okay. What I was going to say is I may be working on a project. I am working on a project. If you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, I don't think I posted it anywhere but Facebook. Another website. I'm giving you guys all kind of websites to go to today. Okay. This one's an easy one though. Go to healthfoodscience.com. Okay. Super easy one. Health, food, science, all one word, health, food, science. And I can't believe that this domain is available. First of all, healthfoodscience.com. And you're going to find a page that I've been working on. It is a repository. It's going to be a resource of everything I can possibly find on the benefits of ketogenic diets. Okay. As of right now, there's about 20 different books that have been published. Mine's on there. 20 different books. There's, I don't even know how many studies. So there's going to be different sections. There's going to be a book section. There's going to be a study and article section. And then at some point, I'm going to put influencers and scientists, like who to go to, places to go to, other people's YouTubes and websites and blogs and stuff like that. And then I'll also have maybe rotate through some different videos, lectures, and things like that that I find throughout the process of going through this stuff. So it can be a bunch of different things. Right now, there's a bunch of books, there's a bunch of studies. All the studies are linked in a tab format of topics. So there's a bunch of studies on the keto diet. There's a bunch of stuff on carnivore. There's a bunch of stuff on exercise and fitness, how the ketogenic diet affects performance. There's a bunch of stuff on metabolic health and cardiovascular health and insulin resistance and cancer and brain health. And like, there's just a bunch of different topics. I'm throwing stuff in there. Now, here's the cool part about this. Okay. I want you guys to be part of this. So on the website, there is a form where you can contribute resources. If you find Laurel Creek Trail, it's healthfoodscience.com. Super easy. Healthfoodscience.com is the website for resources. The website for the conference is antitheticbaltimore.com. Antithetic-Baltimore. Sorry, totally got that wrong. I'm looking at the website. It says Baltimore. The conference website is antithetic-conference.com. Okay. Again, I'll link all these things in the videos and stuff so you guys can go back and get them. But I want you guys to contribute. I don't have everything. I know a bunch of people in the space. Dr. Stephen Hussey, who's going to be speaking at the conference, he just sent me a huge list of stuff that I'm going to start incorporating into the website. I got to figure out the best way to do it because I got to make sure I don't already have it, all that kind of stuff. But we'll see how that goes. But there's a form on there where you can contribute. If you find an article, if you find a study, if you find a video or something out there that is like, oh my God, this is amazing, people need to know about this, go to the website, contribute it, and then we'll go through there and see if it gets added and try to grow that thing. I want this to be like the number one place that people go. There's a lot of repositories out there right now on the science behind carnivore, the science behind keto, that kind of stuff. A lot of them are behind paywalls. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think it makes sense. Information is free. Okay. That's one of the reasons why you guys see me put so much information out and put content out. Information is free. You take I'll give you all the information that I can, as much and as often as possible. Where my services and what I do come into play is helping you implement them. Okay. That's where the expertise I have as a coach. That's where the expertise that I have is helping people implement things, because the implementation is where individuality comes into play, not in the information. Information is general. Information is broad. You have to take that information and apply it to yourself. That's where having a coach, following a program, and working with somebody comes into play. Okay. That's how that works. All right. So that's 2 websites. We'll give you in the description. The conference is coming. Early bird registration is open as of right now. You can go to the website. I saved it. I think I saved it. And you can see the button to go sign up. And then healthfoodscience.com is the website that has all the resources for why the ketogenic diet is so amazing and how you can learn more about it. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about, okay, real quick. I'm only going to talk about it briefly because I started it last week. I've gotten some good information. Before I take the form down, okay, I will post a form in this description again, but I'm looking at, like I just talked about, information is out there. There's a lot of places you can go as a beginner person for fitness. You can go on YouTube and you can Google, or you can go to YouTube and Google. You go to Google or you can go to YouTube and you can search for at-home beginner workouts, and you can find all kinds of stuff. Okay. Are those things applicable to you? Are they where you are? Do you have access to a resource to help you figure out how to make that work in your life? That's the difference between following a program that has coaching and just getting some stuff online. I'm working on a program that is specifically designed for individuals who have no experience, no equipment, have maybe never, ever done a single physical thing in their life. Okay. Or if you have, it's been a really long time. You may be overweight. You may have aches and pains. You may have injuries, whatever it is. I'm working on a program to help you get started with the minimum barrier to entry as possible. It's going to be a simple monthly membership. Okay. You get access to the full group. So I have a Facebook group right now that has a bunch of fantastic people in there that have my other membership. So you will join that community as a member with all the other members that are doing things with me. Okay. Clients, other people that are in my other fitness programs, things like that. All right. Instead of the normal services, the way that I deliver fitness is through my app. Okay. I have an app. You download the app, you get the exercises, all that kind of stuff. Instead of doing that, I want to make it simple. You're going to get an email once a week. Here's your workouts. It's going to have a link. You just click on it. There's going to be a video. In the video, I'm going to walk you through the entire workout. It's not just going to be, here's an exercise, watch it, learn how to do it. It's going to be me going through the workouts for that week so that you can understand how to do them and modify them if you need to. Okay, that's the goal. We're going to do this. Every week, you're going to get an email. Here's what you got, okay? It's going to be $20 a month, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description of these videos, and I want you to go to a form to fill out the form and tell me if that sounds like it's something you would be interested in doing. if there's anything you would like to see in a program like this. Okay, I break down in the form, there's information. I break down what the program is exactly going to have, and then I want your feedback. I'm going to take everybody's feedback, and I'm going to put this together, and we'll put it out there. If there's enough people that are interested, if there's enough people that say, yes, this is something that I think I could use, that makes sense for me, it's easily attainable, right? It's something easy to start. My goal is to make fitness accessible. It's not as complicated than a lot of people think it is. It doesn't have to be super hard. Let's get you something that you can work with starting today. Okay. So that's that. I think I had one more thing. What did I have? I had one more thing. I think that's it though. We're at about 25 minutes. There's more stuff. I may do another live later this week because there's a lot of things happening, but that's what I got today, guys. Thank you for joining in. Let me see if I had any questions. Yes, saves you a ton of time texting sources, right? That's the other thing I noticed. If you go to healthfoodscience.com, you're going to see all this information out there. And then as it grows, like literally you have one website you can send everybody to anytime anyone has a question. How do I get started? Ooh, I should put a how to get started section on here. See, I love talking to you guys. You give me ideas. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a how to get started section. Yeah, there's just a bunch of options that this gives you instead of having to be like, oh, I got this in a folder here. I got this in a bookmark here. Oh, I printed this out of whatever it is. If you go to healthfoodscience.com, what's up, Danny? Good to have you. Then you can see all the resources and it's going to grow. I have people submitting stuff every day. I may even need to like hire a VA or someone to help me put stuff in here to get it to go faster because I've got so much stuff that I've got to get in. I don't know if I have time to do it. So, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming, and see you next week. Thank you guys for coming too. Sorry, I know I feel like I got to figure out how to get Instagram on the YouTube because I feel like I'm always talking to the Instagram more than to you guys. So I apologize for that. Good morning. I will see you guys next week. Have fun.